Hello there, guys, and welcome to my movie review. This is actually my first movie review, and today we are going to be doing Godzilla vs. Biollante. I actually wanted this movie for a really long time, and when I got it in 2012, I was so happy it was unbelievable. So, let's check this thing out. The CD is already in the Xbox, so let's get started. So here we have the opening title frame where you can choose play movie, scene select, language select, and bonus features. So today we're just going to go over the fight scenes, so I'm going to go on to scene select. So here we have the first fight scene between Godzilla and the first version of Biollante. Now I could put it in English for you to understand it, but English you can understand, but Japanese it gives it that real Godzilla like tasty flavor. Oh, that was weird. Why did I say tasty flavor? I don't know. But so here's the fight scene. So this fight scene is one of my favorites because it's like Godzilla's fighting a giant flower. It's like, how come Godzilla's king of the monsters and he can't overpower a flower? Well, the flower has Godzilla's cells. So basically, Biollante can match Godzilla and outmatch him in some things. As you can see, that Godzilla is actually inside of the game. The new Godzilla game that came out for PS3 and PS4, well, new in my time if you're watching this in a later date. But yeah, that's the Godzilla that you use. So a movie fight would be really good if you used him against the Biollante. So as you can see, Biollante is just a flower and some vines. And Godzilla's a giant beast that can shoot weird looking fire inside of this movie. And that's Biollante's that's one of Biollante's weaknesses. That little organ thing right there. That's how Biollante mostly gets defeated. As you can see, the petals are falling off. That shows that Biollante is losing a lot of life. As you can see, if Biollante dies, then so does its arms, its vines and stuff. This fight scene I actually like, although it's a little bit corny with the fact that Godzilla's just fighting a flower, and the flower's not doing much. And this fight scene's very small. It's only like a minute or so, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. Godzilla's like, "What you just do to me? Don't you dare drag me underwater! I didn't even get the chance to hold my breath." He doesn't need to hold his breath. That's probably the only natural fire blast I've seen the entire movie, inside of this movie. They're always biting Godzilla with those big arms. Why can't they just fit his whole hand down their throats? And in case you're wondering, that spray is actually anti-Godzilla cells. So you spray Godzilla with that, and that'll knock him out. But I don't think Godzilla was affected by it that much in this one, in this fight, because Biollante was only like a weak little sapling. And plus, Godzilla brushes it off with the water. And we would later come to know that Godzilla's temperature has a big effect on whether the cells work or not. There's Godzilla shooting at nothing. He's like, I missed. Darn my aim. Godzilla's always just shooting at water. See, he's trying to create a vine force field, but that doesn't work at all. Not at all. Godzilla just shoots right through it. And this is where the first version of Biollante dies. Now, Biollante, you'll see the second version come up into the fire in this scene. So as you can see, really sad, flowers dying, boo-hoo. Get onto the mutated Biollante that's burnt up. Come on, let's go, Dr. Shiragami. Shiragami? Shiragami. I used to know how to say his name. There it is. That's the mutated version. If you can see through the fire. Alrighty, so we are going to end the scene right here and get on to the next one. So as hard as this is to believe, there's only two Godzilla fight scenes that involve him and Biollante. When he fights her as a rose, and when he fights her in her mutated form, which is about to appear right now. Now, I could have shortened this scene a little bit, but I didn't want to take out any of the action from Biollante. Biollante is actually one of a few characters that were able to defeat Godzilla. I hope I did not just spoil it. And here comes the mutated version of Biollante. This version is a lot more favored for video games and a lot more favored for toys. You could barely find the flower version as a toy, and I've barely seen any besides like paper sculptures or something like that, or sculptures, or even statues. And that is the first time you see the mutated Biollante besides when it was burned up in the fire. I should have turned the subtitles on. Nah, I'm not gonna turn the subtitles on. It just ruins it. Don't know what the heck he's saying. I do though. Biollante, she's evolving. That's exactly what he says. Alrighty, let's get down to this fight scene. Come on. Where's the introducer? Look, Biollante, Godzilla 90s, monsters, fight! Like a Godzilla Unleashed game. And here they go with the tentacles again. And this scene is actually pretty gruesome when it comes down to them attacking Godzilla. Not the tentacles. The tentacles getting ripped off is completely normal. But when they start attacking Godzilla, ripping through his hands and stuff, it just gets kind of weird. As you can see, the tentacles have no effect on Godzilla, and Biollante is starting to move. I heard that it took like that Biollante suit was 1,000 pounds, so they had to like get a bunch of wires and a bunch of men just to push it and pull it. Biollante's on the move towards Godzilla. And where'd those tentacles go? That's the same scene that we just saw. And here it comes. The rip through his hands part. See that? That's just weird. Then they rip through his elbow and stuff. It's like, what on earth? And they're spewing that stuff into him. And Godzilla's like, get out of me! Ah! Oh, he can't even shoot his fire blast. Okay, there you go. That's actually his pulse that he does inside of most of the games and inside of most of the 90s movies. They're just watching on as the fight is continuing. And there goes the organ system thing again. And then Godzilla's like, oh, I get it. That's your weakness. Why didn't I figure that out when I fought you as a rose? Biollante is a lot bigger than Godzilla. And that's the real dose right there. That's the anti-Godzilla nuclear cells. Well, anti-Godzilla cells, because Godzilla absorbs nuclear energy. And then Godzilla just walks right into Biollante's mouth, which makes no sense. And then Godzilla does what he would do in any situation if he's sticking his head inside of someone's mouth. Shoot his fire blast. He did it to Orga. And he shoots right through the back of Biollante's throat there. That had to hurt. I remember wanting to see this movie, and I always saw scenes of Godzilla shooting right through the back of the throat. So I was always like, well, that's gonna be a great scene. And then that's basically the end of it. Godzilla basically walks away after that. Because of the anti-Godzilla cells. The anti-Godzilla bacteria, I should say. I keep saying cells. The bacteria, it actually causes Godzilla to, get knocked out or even killed in some cases. So, yeah, that's basically Godzilla's defeat. He gets defeated by Biollante. A mutated rose. The spirit of Dr. Shiragami's wife. Not wife. Child. Daughter. That's why Biollante is a she. So, yeah, that's basically the end of it. They're just congratulating each other, and he's like, well, you have enough Godzilla cells to create an army of Biollantes and stuff like that. And he's like, nah, I want nothing to do with it. So, yeah, that's the end of it. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe and comment on if you've seen the movie. And comment on what your favorite movies is and what movie you would like me to do a review on. That has to do with Godzilla or childish movie. So, I'll see you next time.